Minefield. This is Star Trek Enterprise Season 2. We're going to review this using my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get. You give the storyline a 1 on this one. I like the storyline. It's not going to blow your mind though, but it could blow your ship. Enterprise goes into a cloaked minefield. Oh my god. What are they gonna do? And one of the mines blows a chunk, man, right out of that saucer. And then another one attaches itself. And you're like, that can't be good. Cloaked mines? Cloaked ships? Could it be the Romulans? Of course. It's the damn Romulans. I love Romulans, Vulcans, and the Borg. Look, I love the Borg. Stop it. They're not a race. They're more like an infestation, I guess. What is the Borg? They're more like a virus or something, right? It's not really a race because they're made up of other races. Anyways, that's a different video. The Romulans, when I played Star Trek Online, I picked Romulan. Got to be a Romulan. Love it. Sneaky, cloaking, awesome. The Tal Shiar, that's so cool. Anyways, I like all the Roman stuff too, the Roman centurions and all that. That's cool. The Romulan centurions. So I'm just giving it 1 because look, it's a simple story, but this is going to get a high score in the other categories. It's a 1. That's it. Pacing, it's 1.5. Basically, once Malcolm has to disarm it, they've tried to make the pacing a little bit better in the sense that they keep getting presented with problems as they go. It's not super fast paced where you're on your edge of your seat, but you're definitely nervous as the episode continues. They are building tension with the disarming that thing, with the Romulans coming in and saying, hey, listen, get out of our space, with that there's like a hook that goes through Malcolm's leg and attaches itself. So now he's got that problem to deal with. Then Archer comes out to try to start to diffuse it with them. So they are building some tension. It's not like massively like, oh my God, but it's still pretty damn good. So I'm giving it a 1.5. The artistry, I'm going to give this a 2 because first of all, the Romulan ships, anything Romulan is automatically awesome. The mine looks cool. They're outside. There's a lot of effects in this one and they all look really good. I'm watching this on the big 4K TV, surround sound, all that cool stuff. It looks really cool to me and I think it's awesome. I like going out on the spacewalk, going out and walking in the spacesuits. I love the spacesuits in this. They look really cool. Disarming the mine was so neat, like doing all the little intricacies and turning it and putting it back and then pulling this one out and pressing this one. That was so cool. Yeah, everything looked good. Love the artistry. Characters, 2 out of 2, baby. I love everybody on Enterprise. I'm a shill for these characters. One of these actors going to show up to some conventions. Let's go. Yeah, like this Malcolm Reed. Oh, man. I love everybody on this show. I want to sit here and I want to do like, okay, let's do a top rank your guys. Who's your number 1 guy? The thing is, Archer's such a great captain for me. I just love Archer, but like Malcolm is such a fun character. I really like him a lot. But Trip is awesome, and T'Pol's grown on me big time. I actually like Hoshi a lot. The Doctor is fantastic, maybe my favorite Doctor. And I actually like Mayweather. I think he's a very good. I like that kind of like, oh shucks, I'm going out on an adventure kind of style. But Malcolm and Archer are the 2 focuses here. They're supposed to have breakfast in the morning, so Archer takes turns having breakfast and he's like, yeah, no, like I can't. It's just like Malcolm's like, no, I can't do this, and it feels awkward for him. I love Malcolm. I think he's a fantastic character. He's a great actor. There's a part where he's like, oh, the security's a bit lax and he's like questioning all these stuff, and it's like, oh, and then he's like, I'm prepared to die. So there's some serious parts too. And he tells the story of his ancestor. Pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. All the character stuff was great with them talking on the outside of that ship. I'm going to give the enjoyment factor 2 out of 2 because I love this one. I still think it's really cool. I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. I can recognize that this is not going to be one that everyone's going to be like, whoa, hell yeah, this is awesome. It doesn't have that kind of a feel for it, but I still really enjoyed it a lot. End of the day, I go with character. Out of all of these categories, the enjoyment factor is your personal just enjoyment. So that doesn't really have any kind of value in the sense of like, I'm not ranking anything. If I loved it, I'll give it a 2. That's it. The other categories, the story, the pacing, the artistry, and the characters, those are your big categories. I think a lot of people go to story and artistry maybe as sort of what they're looking at. I'm going to characters. So for me, if I love the characters, I can take a, either weaker story, lesser story, or one that's just like a generic story or simple if I love the characters. The way it works for me when a show starts out, you gotta have some good stories with the characters. And once I start to grow to love the characters, you can actually have lesser stories. Now, of course, I don't want that. I'm giving this an 8.5. Maybe it's really a 7.5 if you're, being really hard on it. But I love the characters. And because I love the characters, that also ups the enjoyment factor. So you're going to see in a lot of these reviews, or you may have already noticed, the characters and the enjoyment factor are always getting really high marks because I love the characters, and because of that, I enjoy watching them do things. It's only when the story is really poor, or if I feel the characters do something that's weird that I don't think that they would do, or they behave in a weird way. You don't get that too often in these newer shows, because there's usually a showrunner kind of making sure all that goes to plan. Then you've got your series Bibles and that kind of a stuff. But so yeah, that's the reason why these are getting really high. So 8.5 out of 10 on this one. Loved it. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. If you like my space system, please like the video, subscribe. That's it. Until next time.